Hello friends, this is Durga from ITversity, a one-stop shop to learn all the technologies. So today's topic is career counseling for especially MS students who want to get into IT once they complete MS. Most likely who are doing MS in either in information systems or IT or computers, whatever the path you chose. Okay, so let's wait for a minute before people join. Then I will start discussing about the agenda and we will talk about it. Okay, meanwhile, I will be sharing the screen. Now you should be able to see the screen. And then let me open the page, the event page, so that you guys know the agenda for this today's hangout. So the current event is about challenges and job opportunities for MS students. And then there will be subsequent hangouts or events where I will be talking about training as per current trends. And also I will try to help you with job search tips. And while you are pursuing MS itself, you have to do this research so that you can be competitive by the time you come out of the college. If you wait till the last minute, then a negative emotion called desperation will creep in, and it can cause a lot of chaos. So by the time you complete the MS, you should know the current trend, and you should know how to market yourself. So while pursuing MS itself, please follow my hangouts, and it will give some insights about what are the technologies that are relevant as of today, how you can train yourself by using free resources. One of the resource will be my website. And also you should know how to do the effective job search in unconventional manner. Forget about Naukri or Dice. Rather, you should focus on social networking platforms such as LinkedIn, GitHub, blogging, etc. So all these things will be covered as part of the future sessions. For today's event, first I will be talking about challenges, and then I'll be talking about job opportunities for MS students, especially international students, that too from Indian subcontinent. So if you talk to your seniors, you will understand that the market for OPT students is not very rosy. It's not very good for OPT students. The reason is there was some corruption. I don't want to get into details. There was some unethical practices that are followed in the past by some employers and also by some of your seniors, and due to which clients are very hesitant to hire OPT students or candidates on OPT. I don't want to get into details at this time, but that is the known fact. Everyone knows about it, the way the market has run for past 5 to 7 years especially, and what are the impacts or what is the result of that. The result is companies are very skeptical to hire OPT students. That being said, that doesn't mean that there are no opportunities. There are opportunities. You need to understand the challenge, and you have to plan for a workaround from the time you come to US, even before you complete your MS. Rather than focusing on hard jobs and making quick bucks, you should plan for your career, keeping understanding the challenges in deep, and also identifying the solutions for those challenges. Ultimately, you are the one who need to come up with the solution. People like me might give some opinion or some suggestion, some expert advice, etc. But ultimately, you are the one who need to understand the challenge in depth, and then you have to come up with workaround or solution for the challenges by the time you complete your MS. Okay, so that being said, the impact of the corrupt practices and the impact due to which many companies are skeptical about hiring MS students is that, let me stop sharing, let me see my face, show my face to you. So the impact of that is right now people who go through some consulting firms on staff augmentation basis are not placed that easily. it is taking long time. So for example, 5-6 years back, if a guy complete MS and once he get OPT, within couple of months he used to get the job. Okay, there might be few exceptions, but most of the people used to get the jobs within 2-3 months. But now I know people who are very knowledgeable and who have some experience in the past, struggling to get the job for 6 months to 1 year. Forget about people who are not very serious about their masters, but who are serious about their masters, who have the subject, also struggling to get the job within first 3 to 6 months. I know people who got placed after 6 to 9 months. So that's the current situation. And now let me go into the details about job trends as of now, job opportunities you have to focus on by the time you come out of the college. So there is no magic bullet. It will take a lot of effort on top of your study, and if you're doing any part-time jobs, on top of that you have to put some additional effort, somewhere between 4 to 6 hours every week. If you put based upon your situation, if you are in the first semester, if you put 4 to 6 hours to understand the current trends in the technology and prepare using some free resources on top of your college subjects. If there is a overlap, well and good. If there is no overlap, you have to prepare these 2 years at least 2 to 4 hours every week, not every day, every week, which means that over a period of 2 years, you will be spending almost like 400 to 450 hours. And that is more than enough to gain knowledge equivalent to 2 to 3 years experienced professional if you focus in appropriate way. For example, if someone works for 2 to 3 years, his actual work at the job on projects will be hardly equal to 1,000 hours, as approximately 800 to 1,000 hours. On top of that, there will be a lot of overhead in the company, and the appraisal life cycles. There will be release cycles and bug fixes. Those are all small things compared to the main product. So if you think about a working professional who works for 2-3 years, even though he put 6,000 hours, the actual productive hours are only 10% of that, approximately 600 hours to 1,000 hours, unless you work in a company which is a startup and who actually put a lot of effort in building a product in very short period of time. When I say short period of time, within a year or two, those guys are more productive than typical professionals. And but if you think about the market, earlier scenarios are higher, means people who work over a span of 2-3 years will actually use their full potential only for 600 hours. And if you put 4 to 6 hours every week from first semester, and if you add some more time in the summer, on average you might be putting 8 hours effort every week, which means that per year it will be, there are 50 weeks, so 400 hours, and 400 plus 400, 800 hours of effort you will put to understand the current trend of the market, to understand about yourself, how to market yourself effectively, leveraging the social networking platforms, and also how to learn the skills. Okay, so what are the job opportunities that are relevant today? You might hear about Hadoop. Let me share my screen. You might hear about Hadoop, you might hear about big data, you might hear about so many things. Don't ride those bandwagons. That is not the main thing. Neither Hadoop, nor big data, nor Java, nor any programming language is not the main thing you should focus on. You should focus on the roles. So if you go to DICE, so this is the first place where you should start your research to understand what are the jobs as per the current trends. So there are many jobs which have job title as engineer, and you are a MS student. If you have done BTech and if you have done MS in IT or computers, an engineer will actually design and develop a solution. Okay, And when I say develop, it's not development using some programming language. It's a solution from the product perspective. If you think about it, it's not only just the development, it's everything. It's setting up the infrastructure, developing the product, uh, testing it thoroughly, and then release the product without much bugs. So earlier, all these roles like tester, developer, and uh, release manager, they are all specialized roles. But now industry is going towards generalized roles rather than specialized roles. They are going towards generalized roles, which are engineer, software engineer, DevOps engineer, big data engineer, or data engineer. Those are the things which are more relevant than uh, developer on a particular technology. So you should pick those roles, either big data engineer or data engineer. Data engineer is more appropriate, but big data is the buzzword right now. So to attract the talent, companies are also adding big before that. But you should focus on the data engineer. You should understand what is the responsibilities of the data engineer, and you have to build the skills towards that. And then there is the DevOps engineer, which is again getting a lot of prominence these days. When it comes to infrastructure, when I say infrastructure, not just hardware, but also the infrastructure related to application development lifecycle, the source control tools, the team management tools, etc. All those things comes under DevOps. So DevOps engineer is responsible to support the infrastructure of an organization, both hardware as well as software, in as automated way as possible. Okay. So DevOps engineer, and also there is another role in the infrastructure area called cloud engineer. And also when it comes to development, you have software engineer or software developer. Either of them, there is huge overlap between the two, but software engineer is a little bit senior level person and software developer is a little bit junior level person. So focus on those areas: software engineer, big data engineer, DevOps engineer, cloud engineer, etc. Okay, there are only hardly 8 to 10 such kind of roles which are very generalized, which require multiple skills or multiple technologies to excel in those roles. So I will take the example of big data engineer here, and I will explain what companies are expecting. Okay, so this is, let me take the example of Amazon. Okay, instead of big data engineer, let me go to, sorry, senior big data engineer, let me go to big data engineer and show what it is expecting. Okay, so first of all, you need to understand how the job posting will look like. First, there will be job description. So job description is primarily to tell you what they will be expecting you to do to do on the job. Okay, and job description says here. So this is all marketing stuff about Amazon, little bit of marketing stuff. And then what are the areas they are primarily trying to hire? So they are primarily trying to hire for Elastic MapReduce and cloud support. Okay, and then what are the challenges? Sorry, I lose the screen sharing. Let me share the screen again. Okay, so here now it is talking about what are the things you need to work on day-to-day basis. First of all, they are saying that you should learn and use groundbreaking technologies. So learning is part of your job responsibility. Okay, and unfortunately, most of the MS guys who are supposed to learn focus on hard jobs, and they give lesser priority to learning. That's where the chaos begins. By the time you complete MS, your priorities, as your priority, you have prioritized less relevant hard job over the learning. You don't understand what's going on in the market, and until you come out of the college, until you get the OPT, there will not be seriousness, and then you will ultimately you will end up getting into the desperation, and desperation is very dangerous. So Even on the job, they're saying learn and use groundbreaking technologies. So that's the first statement they have made. So see the emphasis on the learn and use. So even in MS, give the top priority to learning more than anything else. Forget about which college you are studying in. I will give brief background about mine, where I came from. That way you will understand what learning can get you to. So don't worry which university you end up in. Don't worry about your earlier scores in GRE, TOEFL, etc. From now onwards, just focus on learning whatever is relevant for your future than anything else. You are there in US to do MS, to learn the stuff so that you can get you can make the difference in future. Okay, so first focus on learning, and even on the job they're emphasizing a lot on learning. And then apply advanced troubleshooting techniques to provide unique solutions to our customers individual needs. So here it's a customer facing role, so your communication will be highly important. So they will if you go through companies like Amazon, these are the things which they will evaluate even before conducting the technical interviews. So when it comes to advanced troubleshooting techniques to provide unique solutions to our customers' individual needs, so you need to understand the customer requirements, and then you have to troubleshoot their requirements and apply those things to understand the requirements, and then interact with the leading technologists around the world. So as it is a customer facing requirement, once you identify the requirements from the client, you have to interact with the leading technologists around the world, which means that you need to identify what is the most appropriate solution for the requirement. Work directly with Amazon architects to help reproduce and resolve customer issues. So again, when you troubleshoot, sometimes the client might already be in a implementation mode. So he might be using some of the Amazon products. And once you understand there is an issue, you have to work with Amazon internal teams to help reproduce and resolve customer issues. Act as the voice of our customer to internal AWS teams about how to improve our service. So you should also give some suggestions to the internal AWS teams to improvise the products. Drive customer communication during critical events. Okay, so you should be very good in communication with the customer, blah blah blah. So there are a few other things, you can easily go through them. If you are in US cracking GRE and TOEFL, it's all plain English. So here they did not emphasize on any technology. Okay, they are saying whatever is the customer requirements. You have to understand what is available over here, and you have to come up with the appropriate solution. But in the job title, they have said big data engineer, analytics, or Amazon EMR. Even Amazon EMR, which is Amazon's Elastic MapReduce or Hadoop based technology or big data based technology, it's not mandatory to push Amazon EMR. The primary, it could be analytics also. Okay. Apart from that, as part of the day-to-day operations, they didn't mention any technologies, which means that you have to be up to date with the technologies and you have to provide appropriate solutions. So learning is the paramount more than anything else for this requirement. And most of the requirements work in similar way. Industry is getting matured, and as of now, there is a lot of noise in these job descriptions, but eventually people will follow companies like Amazon, Google, Facebook, etc. And these are the roles on which companies hire. Companies such as Amazon, Facebook, Google, etc. hire big data engineer, DevOps engineer, software engineer, etc. Now comes the basic qualifications. What is the basic qualification? Bachelor's degree in information science, information technology, computer science, engineering, mathematics, physics, or related field. And here you have to see it's a bachelor's degree, not the master's degree. Okay, and you are already doing masters. If you do 2 years of masters, and if you are active socially, if you publish few papers which are acknowledged by some recognized people in the industry, then you can be considered for this position. Okay, so don't think that there are no entry-level positions. That's the perception what most of the MS students have. There are good number of entry-level positions, especially full-time. Yes, the process is tough, but if you prepare as part of your MS, targeting for these things, no doubt you will get a job. Probably might not be able to get a job in US, but even if you come back to your native country, definitely you will get some of the other job and you will enjoy it. Okay, salary will be secondary. And then they're asking 3+ years of experience in a technical position. So even though you don't have 3+ years of experience, if you have prior experience before going to MS, you will be a good candidate for this position. Okay, but even if you don't have 3+ years of experience, you should know how to write a effective cover letter while applying for this job, and you can be considered. I'm not saying you will be considered, but you can be considered, or you might be considered for this position even without experience, prior experience, even if you did MS from a normal college, a good college, but not in the Ivy League colleges or premier colleges. Even then you can get the calls from them. And then customer service and oral and written communication skills, and then preferred qualifications. So as part of the basic qualifications or required qualifications, there is no mention of the technology. They are primarily looking for the degree and some years of experience in a technical position. Okay, and the preferred qualification, because it's related to analytics and Amazon EMR and its data engineer position, you should be proficient in few of these technologies, not all, but few of these technologies like MapReduce. And proficient means you just need to have good knowledge about those things. They are not expecting experience from you on those areas. Only thing where they have emphasized experience is chef, and that also they say it is a plus. Okay, so you should have good knowledge in this. So if you can demonstrate as part of your profile or as part of some blog about your knowledge in these skills, and if you try to identify a simple real world problem and try to write a blog, you can showcase that as your skill. Okay, and I will also explain how you can gain this knowledge even if it is not part of your school when you are doing MS. And then excellent knowledge of Hadoop architecture and administration and support. So here, this is more, as this is a data engineer role, they are not expecting an ACE developer or a born developer or passionate developer for this position. They are expecting someone who have good knowledge or decent knowledge about Hadoop, about all these components, and also excellent knowledge of Hadoop architecture, and also they should have some administration and support background. Okay, so that again, if you go back to the day-to-day activities, one of the thing they have emphasized is troubleshooting techniques. So unless you have Hadoop architecture, administration, and support knowledge, you will not be able to troubleshoot the issues that might pop up in Amazon EMR. That's why you have to have good knowledge about Hadoop architecture and administration and support. And then you should be able to code or script using Java, Perl, Ruby, C#, or Sharp, because you have to automate the repetitive issues or repetitive tasks. You should not sit and execute manually those mundane tasks. It will not work with companies like Amazon. Okay, you will be at edge if you don't do that, if you don't automate by using the scripting languages. And you might credit a statistics class for explaining that correlation doesn't imply causation. I don't understand this one. Probably a statistics student might give better insight on this. It's just a statement, and these are all preferred qualifications. These are not mandatory. Okay, so like that, there are multiple roles. So don't go with buzzwords like Hadoop or Scala or Python. Get into the different roles depending upon your prior knowledge and experience. If you are already experienced professional, and see what are the current trends for your knowledge and experience, rather than going riding the bandwagon of the buzzwords like cloud, big data, etc. Okay, because these are all as big data and cloud are okay to follow, but don't follow the technology like Hadoop. Hadoop is prominent today. Probably next 3-4 years it might not be as prominent. MapReduce is getting less relevant, even though they emphasized as part of this requirement. MapReduce is getting less relevant, and Spark is trying to replace MapReduce. So the ecosystem, technology ecosystem will change. you should be able to adapt to the changing ecosystem. So you have to focus on the role-based skills rather than individual technology. If you think Spark is hot today, and if you start preparing only for Spark for next 2 years, then there will be opportunities, but the number of opportunities will be narrowed down to Spark. So be open, uh, be ready to accept any challenge that come across as per these generalized roles. Even though big data engineer is a well-paying job, here they're only asking for 3 years of experience. They're not asking a 15-year experience guy to become a big data engineer. And you might get the same pay a 10-year or 12-year experienced professional get with these roles with companies like Amazon and all. It need not be the case in all scenarios, but good companies do pay for your skills than the experience. Okay. And also the advantage of preparing for this role for a period of 2 years is that you will learn multiple technologies. You will learn Chef, you will learn MapReduce, you will learn Zookeeper, you will learn HBase, you will learn HDFS. You have to be proficient in one or more programming languages. You will learn Hadoop architecture and Hadoop administration. So once you go through all these skills, you will be eligible for multiple positions. I will explain how to use those multiple skills and try to market effectively as part of the future hangouts. Okay, so that's about the challenges. Briefly, I covered challenges and the job opportunities. Before going to the next topic about IT varsity and all, if you have any questions till now, you can post the questions as part of the Q&A. Yeah, there are some questions here. So the first question is, I'm selecting the question so that you can actually see the question, and also I will be stopping sharing the screen. So the question is, I have bachelor's in mechanical engineering, but doing master's in computer info systems. In my case, is master's enough to apply for full-time jobs? Yes, but it will be a little bit challenging for you, but still there will be enough opportunities. And even if you prepare for these full-time roles, even if you end up doing getting into those staff augmentation companies, still you will be able to excel. You will be able to get the break a little bit quicker. So there is nothing wrong in preparing in all these skills over a period of 2 years, especially if you are from mechanical background. You have to do this for a period of 2 years. You have to focus on these technologies, and you have to prepare for the market. Even though you didn't get full-time job, you have to have a backup plan. Obviously, I will get into those details, how to plan your career in future hangouts. Yes, still you can try. You can give a try with 100% effort. Whether you get it or not, there are other parameters which you need to understand, and we will see those things later. Okay. And then the next question is from Adnan. I'm selecting that. Since you mentioned about role, I want to be a database administrator. Which MS degree I should enroll in, and do you think Oracle DBA is good prospect, or should I go Hadoop admin? So, none of the MS course teach you on Hadoop admin or Oracle admin, Oracle DBA. Okay, both are good good things to learn. And if you spend 2 years worth of time, if you are good in learning, you can learn both, and you can make yourself marketable in both the areas. But as part of the MS, I don't think there will be any course specifically for a DBA role. Okay, that's the anomaly in the education. Education is not up to date with the market requirements. Okay, because when you go to MS, they teach you the generalized content, more generalized than what I have spoken. Okay, they start from programming, so they focus on C, Java, or some other thing, and then there will be many other things, software engineering principles, operating systems, mostly theoretical, and then few practicals, etc. So there are many things which they will teach as part of the MS. On top of that, there will be some electives. So you can choose some of the electives. Again, those electives will not be on a particular technology. They will not endorse any technology, especially Oracle. Oracle is a commercial product. As part of the school, they will not emphasize on Oracle a lot. They will emphasize on databases. So take the course database course and understand the database concepts, and then learn Oracle DBA in parallel. I will be coming up with content on that, or there are many resources online which you can follow and start learning Oracle DBA. And whether you have to go with Oracle DBA or Hadoop admin, again, go to the DICE, do your research, and see where you have more opportunities, and then prepare for that. If I have to suggest, I will recommend you to start with Linux. First, understand the Linux, how the administration in Linux works. Once you learn the Linux, then give the priority to Hadoop admin, because that is more relevant to the current trend than Oracle. And if you still have time, once you learn Linux and once you learn Hadoop admin, if you still have time, try to learn Puppet or Chef. Okay, and I think by the 2 years time, if you are in the first semester, that will be more than what you can achieve. But still, if you have time, then you can go for Oracle DBA also, so that you will have you can market yourself to wider scope of jobs. Okay, so first, my recommendation will be, again, you have to do your research and make the final decision. My recommendation will be, start with Linux if you want to build your career as admin. Look into the DevOps engineer role. DevOps engineer is the little bit advanced role than admin. So start with Linux. Linux is the fundamental foundation for many things, and then go with Hadoop admin, and then learn Puppet or Chef. Still, if you have time, you can explore technologies like Oracle. Okay, so the next question from Sharath. If a position requires 2 to 3 years experience as a fresher, how do I apply for these positions without any experience, though I have knowledge? So you, as part of your MS, you will be taking courses, you will be doing CPT, you will be doing POCs, you will be doing, if you got internship in the college, you will be spending up to 20 hours a week on your intern. If it is technology based intern, it is considered as experience. Okay, on top of that, you also have to spend additional effort setting up environment on your laptop, do hands-on stuff. And even though you are not doing for a company, even though you are learning what is required for the industry, you are actually doing POCs to understand the technology. So you can actually write a nice cover letter saying what you are trying to do for full-time jobs, and there is a possibility that you will be selected. I will give an example. There is a guy called, I think, Parvinder Singh, who got a project immediately within few months after his MS. But it's a typical job, a typical contracting job. After 6 months or 8 months, he got laid off. Means the project is over and he has to move out of that project. He was on bench and he was not getting any calls. At that time, he came onto my channel and he learned Hadoop. He just emphasized on what he have learned as part of your profile. And yeah, he actually exaggerated his experience a little bit, but the company have considered to as a junior big data engineer position. Okay, as per my interaction with him, he got less relevant position than his true potential. But experience also counts. Based on experience, company also think that this candidate will be cheaper to hire, so they will quote lesser salary. Because he is desperate to get the job, he accepted it and he joined. So he didn't have any experience before MS. He just did MS, but he luckily got a project within 3 months on OPT. But he got laid off, and after that he struggled a lot to just get the calls on OPT. Then he came across my channel. He learned. He took counseling from my some of the videos about how to market effectively for job market, and he got the job. And I have other examples also. Other examples are primarily they have prior experience. Yeah, one guy, yeah, 4 or 5 guys who have 2 to 3 years of experience in India and have gone to do MS, they all got full-time jobs. One guy got job in Thomson Reuters, one guy got job in Capgemini, one guy got job in I think Wipro. So they all got full-time jobs. So you have to put your effort. In the end, as I mentioned to you earlier, even if you could not get the full-time job, you will be able to face the industry confidently using the backup plan of staff augmentation companies. Okay, and I will also getting into staffing solutions by 2018. So if you are in the first semester, I can actually try to break the status quo or break the anomalies in the industry, and I will try to connect you guys to the appropriate clients so that they hire well-trained resources that are relevant to the current industry. So I will try to be a facilitator in that also. So if you are in first semester, keep following me. I'm not promising I will be doing that because priorities might change over time. But as of now, I want to get into staffing solutions, and I will try to play a liaison role between the talent and the clients. Okay, and then there are a few highs. I will just select and mark them as done. So the question from Pramod is, he's saying, can we apply also for bachelor's positions? Yes, you can. Okay. The reason why they emphasize bachelor's is because the emphasis done by President Obama in last 4 or 5 years. There are a lot of high school dropouts in US. To address that issue, US government has given so many SOPs to the colleges and students, and also they actually ask the industry to hire those people if they are well qualified. For that reason, they are emphasizing on bachelor's quite a bit. And also when it comes to H1 and all, they have to explicitly say that whatever qualification they are looking for, so that they can process the green card in appropriate fashion. So most likely, if you are hired on this, and if Amazon end up sponsoring H1, they will only do EB3 to begin with. And they will not go with EB2 because that position is qualified for EB3, not EB2. So I will actually try to cover all those things in later point in time. Don't worry about H1. Don't worry about your green card, etc. At this time, just focus on the skills. That's what MS is meant for. It's to learn. Jobs and all, it will follow. Okay, sorry, I didn't select the question, but the question was, can we apply also for bachelor positions? The answer is yes, you can. So the next question again from Pramod is, you mentioned about blogging. How do we proceed with that? So I will get into those details later, but let me give very brief overview. Okay. So don't start blogging immediately. First, build your network in LinkedIn. I will show you how to build the network in LinkedIn and all as part of the next hangout. So if you start using LinkedIn, once you log in, there will be a section called Publish a Post. Okay, as a technology aspirant, this is the most basic way of blogging. You can come here. It has you have to learn how to blog, and using all these things like headers, changing it to bold, how to copy the URLs, how to add images, how to add videos, etc. And then you can start blogging. This is the most basic way of doing the blogging. Okay, you don't need to worry about your own domain or be part of Blogspot, etc. Because if you do it on LinkedIn, you will get good traction from the professional network. On top of that, if you want to really blog, what you have to do is you can actually there is I think blogspot.com. I think that is I don't know whose product is that. I think, yeah, it is actually Google's product only. Now they have changed it to blogger.com. Okay, so let me log in here, and you can actually start blogging here, and then you can actually share on LinkedIn as part of the your share and update section. Okay, similar to Facebook timeline, there is a news feed in LinkedIn, and when you log in, you will see these options: share and update, publish a post. If you want to blog directly using LinkedIn, you have to use post. If you want to share something, you can use share and update, and you can start sharing. Okay, sorry, the sharing got stopped. So let me share again. Okay, so you can see share and update. If you are using Blogger or WordPress, etc., you can share here to publish on the news feed, on your news feed, which will be displayed on people's news feed, and people will watch. Not everyone, but yeah, some people will watch. But I will recommend, as a student, I will recommend you to start with LinkedIn posts rather than going with the Blogger. If you are already familiar with it, you can go ahead and start using the Blogger itself. And then before you start blogging, first you have to have enough number of connections. If you have only one connection and if you blog, there won't be any traction. You will be wasting your effort. So you have to plan your effort. First, try to build your LinkedIn connections at least up to 200 to 50 people. Okay, and out of those 200 to 50 people, you need to at least have 70% who are full-time technologists or IT professionals, not the recruiters. Adding recruiters is very straightforward, but reaching out to the full-time people in your relatives, in your seniors, friends, etc., will take some time, at least a couple of months to reach that first 100 or 200 number. One way is start building your profile saying you are passionate about Hadoop. If you are trying to build your career in big data, you can say you are passionate about big data and you want to build your skills in that area. Then you can actually reach out to all the people who are working in Hadoop. People will accept, and then once you are in the network of professionals who are primarily Hadoop, the second level people also will start seeing it. Okay, so let me show what is my current status, just to tell you how much reach it can have. Okay, so here if I click on the post, actually earlier they used to give the graphs, now they are not. Yeah, here. Okay, no, still not. Earlier they used to give who are the second level professional, how many second level professionals are watching your posts, but now they are not. Okay, they have changed the uh, interface. Anyway, still a lot of second level people will see, and you can slowly start connecting to those people. Okay, so the next, let me take the next question. The next question is, do you plan to have videos related to DevOps too in your channel? Currently, there are only some AWS videos. Again, it's from Sharath. Answer is yes. You can expect them by January or February. Right now, I'm working on Big Data Engineer Immersion course, which will take a month or 6 weeks to completely upload the content for that course. Then I will have videos related to Cloud Engineer, DevOps Engineer, etc. And you can follow me on my channel. So this is my channel, University, and also there will be a website. There is a website, but all those courses will be added to the website. Okay, so you can sign up here, and there will be self-paced courses section here. So there will be Big Data Engineer Immersion course and DevOps Engineer Immersion course and few other courses, mean stack developer, etc. Whatever is relevant as per the current trends, especially to help the entry-level professionals. Okay, all these things will be ready by mid of next year. At least there will be 3 or 4 courses for the students. Okay, so now let me give overview about my channel. I have already started doing that. I have started this around a year back. I just started uploading the content. You can go to youtube.com and search for ITversity. It's a startup based in Dallas. It's a registered company in Dallas. And as of now, again, the sharing got stopped. Let me start sharing and then I will explain. Okay. So it's a Dallas-based startup. As of now, our primary focus will be uploading the content in YouTube channel and also my website, ITversity website. But down the line, we want to get into staffing solutions. It's not just staff augmentation, but staffing solutions. When I say staffing solution, I would like to mitigate the inefficiency that is there in the hiring process as of today, starting from defining the job description for the company till placing the relevant resources to the company. And also, we will try to make sure that whoever work with us, whether they work on our payroll, they work on client's payroll, or they work on corp to corp for US citizens and green card holders, we will take care of keeping them up to date with the emerging technologies. So I'm working to build the team. It will take time. It will take very long time to build team with the like-minded people, but eventually I want to build the team of like-minded people who can do the research and then start leveraging the platform and make sure all the resources work with us are up to date with the technologies. So learning will be taken care by us, and also placements will be taken care by us. That's our goal in next 3-4 years. Okay, but as of now, the top priority is to upload the content in my channel and also in my website. There will be some courses in Udemy and other LMS platforms also, but primary portal will be my channel and my website. Okay. So as of now, there are many courses. There are certification related courses also. For example, if you go to self-paced courses and go to CCS Spark and Hadoop Developer, it's a Cloudera Certified Associate Spark and Hadoop Developer. It's a Cloudera certification course, and it's a complete course explicitly developed as per the published curriculum of this certification exam. Like that, we have already uploaded a lot of videos for different certifications. For example, on top of Cloudera Certified Associate Spark and Hadoop Developer, there is a HDP Certified Developer. There is this Cloudera Certified Associate. Sorry, this is just a Hangout. So let me search for certifications. ITversity certifications, and you can see several playlists here. Cloudera Certified Associate Spark and Hadoop Developer, HDP Certified Developer, Hortonworks Data Platform Certified Administrator, Hortonworks Data Platform Certified Java Developer, and also Cloudera Certified Administrator of Apache Hadoop. So we are in the progress of uploading content fine-tuned for the certification exam. If they publish the curriculum, we will try to come up with the course. We will not limit to big data itself. We will try to stretch to other areas wherever the certifications have the relevance. Okay. So there is a lot of content, not only for the roles, but also for the certifications, because certifications can play a vital role, not only for freshers, but also for the experienced professionals. Okay. And then other important resource from the ITversity is groups. Okay. I create multiple groups. Everything starts with ITversity. There is ITversity certifications. If you are interested in creating the in preparing for the certifications, not only for big data, for anything, you can be part of this. It's just started. All the groups started this year, and this is the most active group. And I have 1,055 all IT professionals. Okay, there are hardly any recruiters in this. They're all professionals at different levels, starting from director level to entry-level professionals who are interested in doing the certifications. Okay, and already many people have acknowledged, approximately 60 to 70 people have acknowledged that they have cleared the certifications. I'm also maintaining a few spreadsheets on that. Let me just report whoever is filled the form. Let me show what are the certifications they have cleared. The reason why I'm maintaining this ITversity certified professionals is so that I can go to clients later and show I have these many certified professionals, and you can start hiring those guys. Okay, you can see it here, and this is started only recently. That's why not everyone who have acknowledged have filled the this yet. Probably people might not be active once they get certified. For that reason, not all 60 to 70 people who have actually acknowledged on the LinkedIn forum have filled this. Okay, so if you see CCS, Spark, and Hadoop developer, there are 28 people who cleared, and then other certifications also. 13 other people in other certifications. So you can be part of these LinkedIn groups, especially for MS students. For now, I will recommend you to get, depending upon your interest area, you should choose. Don't join blindly. If you are interested in certifications, join this one irrespective of your background, whether it is big data, cloud and infrastructure, whatever it is. But if you are interested only in big data, I will recommend you to be part of ITversity Big Data also. And then ITversity is the generic group. Anyone can join without any issues. If someone is interested only in application development, they can join this group. If people are interested in DevOps, cloud, etc., they can be part of this one. So as part of the DevOps engineer also, I start from Linux. I will cover the virtualization. I'll cover tools like Puppet, and then I will cover other DevOps tools like Jenkins, Jira, GitHub, etc. Okay, and then ITversity US MS 2017 is to pool all the MS students, so you can be part of this group also. Okay, so I can actually explicitly say I'm doing something for the MS students in this forum, and then you will be able to know. But you have to follow me. If you are not very active in LinkedIn, you have to be, because you want to build your career in IT. So LinkedIn is the most appropriate platform, more than Facebook or Twitter or anything else, because it is the network of professionals. So I will highly recommend you guys to be active in LinkedIn more than anything else. You can be part of these groups, and also I will be posting as updates. If you follow me, you will get those details. You can either follow me by sending the friend request, or just by clicking on the follow button. Okay, and then you will be getting the updates from me. But if you still are very active in Facebook, and if you want to continue, there is nothing wrong in it. I am very active in Facebook. In Facebook also, I have a page called ITversity. Okay, so you can just come here and like, and you can get the details. If you are to get all the forums on which I am active, you just go to my website and click on Stay Connected. And these are the areas which I'm active. YouTube channel to upload the content, LinkedIn account, Facebook page, Twitter account, Google+. For Hangouts, it will be better for you to be part of Google+, because sometimes I might forget to post updates on LinkedIn or Facebook, etc. I will try my best to publish the details on all the forums, but if you follow me on Google+, you will automatically get to know. Okay. So you can click on this link to follow me on Google+, and you can, I think you will see follow button here, and you can follow me. Once you are here, when I actually send, create a hangout or an event, you will get notified if you follow me. Okay, right now I have only 87 followers because I just started to be active in Google+. I was not very active in Google+. Okay, so that's it. That's it from my side. I will take few Q&A now. I'm stopping the presentation. Let me select the question. Mohisin is saying, thanks for your knowledge sharing. You are welcome. Currently, I'm in my last semester and I will be completing my MS in 2016 December. Could you please brief about market situation in 2017, starting based on current situation? Something like elections. I'm not very expert in those macroeconomic factors, how elections can actually impact the market. So I will not give half-baked answer for that. But coming to market, it will be good. As of now, for skilled professionals, there is a good demand. But at the same time, there is a lot of inefficiency in the job market, especially in the hiring process. So again, you have to focus on the skills, and also you have to focus on how to work around that efficiency and that inefficiency to get traction to your profile, to apply for full-time jobs. or even for the contracting opportunities. Okay, don't be obligated with any employer. If you end up with a staffing company, don't be obligated with them. You can get first project through them, but still I will highly recommend you to keep on looking for full-time opportunities. Slowly, even though you start your career on a wrong foot through staffing company, there are good guys in the staffing also. If you end up with them, well and good, you can have a long-term relationship. Even though if you end up in a wrong company, even though you start with the wrong foot, eventually you should focus on your long-term goal and try to get into the more relevant positions as per your preferences. Okay, so that will be my recommendation. Don't close any options. Don't have any prejudice against anyone. Be completely open. Try for full-time jobs. Have a backup plan with the staff augmentation companies. Even if you end up in a wrong guy's hands, even if you start with the wrong foot, you just focus on, instead of worrying with that, just focus on how to correct that at that time. You will get the solution. And don't worry too much. Don't curse him too much. Just ignore him and define your future path, and you will end up in a appropriate situation as per your preferences. That will be my suggestion. But coming to the market situation, as I have told, I am not expert in that area, so I will not answer that question. So anything else? I can take a couple of more questions before we wrap up today. It means if you have some follow-up questions, that is fine, I will take, but I will not take more than 2-3 questions from now on. I will wait for 1 minute. If I didn't see any questions, I will close the session. Again, make sure you follow me so that I will talk about how to use LinkedIn for effective marketing, how to blog. There will be many things. At least there will be 6 or 7 sessions like this, once in a week or once in fortnight. I will share the information. Okay, and the future. Let me go to the agenda. The future events will be on training as per current trends. I will explain what are the skills you need to understand for each of the role. For big data engineer, what are the skills you need to understand? For DevOps engineer, what are the skills you need to understand? For application developer or software engineer, what are the skills you need to develop? I will try to get into details in 1 or 2 hangouts, and then I will focus on how to do the job search effectively. And also I will explain you how to boost your career with social networking, LinkedIn, GitHub, blogging, etc. So all these things will take at least 5 to 6 hangouts over a period of 2 to 3 months, and I will try to conduct regular hangouts, probably around this time, once a week or once in fortnight. Okay, at least you will have 2 hangouts every month until the topic is completed. Okay, so make sure you follow me on Google Plus so that you get the update and you can sign up for the hangout. So let me see if there are any questions. Yes, there are some questions. Let me stop screening. The question is there any way we can contact you through phone or email? Yes, Shahriar have asked the question. You can ping me on LinkedIn. I am very active in LinkedIn. I'm not so good at WhatsApp. I am active in WhatsApp, but WhatsApp I'm not so good at it because of my glasses, and I'm not very comfortable in chatting on WhatsApp. And the third option will be to send an email, training@itversity.com. You can send an email to contact me, and I can share my phone number also on the email. I don't want to reveal my phone number publicly, but I will share with you personally. And also you can go to my LinkedIn profile if you are connected, and you can actually get my contact details from there also, only if you are connected with me. You can reach out to me anytime, especially in the daytime of India. I go to sleep very early and I wake up very early. So typically between 8 a.m. India time to 6 p.m. India time, you can call me. So the next question from Jadhav Kapil is: do internship positions available during January month? Yeah, means you have to search for it. I'm not very good at the internship positions market. Definitely there will be. Um, you have to search in all the relevant platforms, not just Dice or Monster in US. There are other platforms also. My brother-in-law got an internship opportunity through Craigslist. Okay, so you have to tap all those platforms where there can be details from the internship for the internship portions. The reason why there could be portions in Craigslist is there might be a local community college which they want to hire a temporary intern just to develop their website or to extend their website. So those guys, they will not post in Dice or Monster. It's expensive for them, for interns especially, and they might not have the website. So for that reason, they will start posting in Craigslist. So you have to use all these resources. So there will be other platforms also, local newspapers. You have to focus. You have to understand what all available resources for you, and you have to tap into those things. You will never know from where you can get the opportunity. So you have to do that analysis about how to make yourself available to those, and definitely the probability will become higher if you understand the market well. So you have to focus on those areas also while doing your MS. On top of learning the technologies, you have to understand how to market yourself, how to get the information from the available platforms, and how to leverage that effectively. Okay, but I don't give any internships. I have not started my company yet. Means especially staffing area. But yeah, you can actually put on LinkedIn post that you are looking for internships and what are your core skills, and some people might reach out to you. And also the purpose of ITversity USMS 2017 group, I will change it. I will only say ITversity active MS students from MS US 2017. And once I get enough traction, I will try to pull the companies to post their internship requirements in that forum. Okay, and then if you start so if you start what you say committing, or if you start answering some of the questions, so you will be learning while exploring these technologies. And some people might be facing some challenges. If you decide to learn big data, you will be learning some technologies, and some people might be facing challenges, and they might post the question either on my website or LinkedIn groups. If you start responding to those things, those are the things which I will watch, and I will recommend those guys who are actually contributing in these areas. Okay, so whenever someone reaches out to me for intern, I will recommend those guys who are actually contributing back, because that's the way I can know that this guy is knowledgeable enough for those positions. So I will try to recommend those guys to the companies. So that's how it will work eventually. That's why I have created the group for MS students. But as of now, I'm not providing any assistance for internships actively. So that being said, I hope you enjoyed the Hangout. I will be conducting several Hangouts like this, and also I will be doing at least once every semester. To begin with, there will be 5 or 6 Hangouts, but eventually there will be only 2 or 3. That 2 or 3 are more than enough once people understand what I am, and then they will be able to build from there. Okay, but I will try to conduct every semester because I want to attract people when they are in their first semester itself. So please do spread the word and make sure the people leverage all the resources which ITversity provide, and also which are available openly. So I will be getting into those details also as part of my courses. If I could not come up with a course, I will try to refer you to the publicly available resources which you should follow, and then that will accelerate your learning process. That being said, thank you. Bye.